Arizona, the regulation of promotional games of chance in real estate reaches its most detailed form when applied to subdividers and developers. As discussed in the previous section, general real estate licensees are prohibited from using lotteries, contests, or drawings as a method of attracting buyers. However, a limited exception exists for subdividers who hold a valid public report issued by the Arizona Department of Real Estate, ADRE, under ARS Section 32-2-183.01. This statute allows a subdivider to conduct a game of chance or promotional contest under strict oversight, provided they comply with specific disclosure, filing, and reporting requirements. These measures are in place to ensure that such promotions remain transparent, fair, and lawful, and that they do not mislead consumers or operate as disguised gambling activities. A subdivider seeking to conduct a promotional game of chance, such as a drawing, contest, or giveaway, must first submit detailed documentation to the ADRE before beginning the activity. The application must include all materials that explain how the contest will be conducted, how winners will be chosen, and how prizes will be awarded. The department reviews these materials to determine whether the promotion complies with ARS Section 322-183.01, R428503, and Arizona's broader anti-gambling statutes found in ARS Section 13-3301 through Section 13-3312. The primary purpose of this review is to confirm that the promotional activity does not require any form of consideration or payment to participate, and that it does not misrepresent the property being sold. The subdivider's submission to ADRE must include several mandatory items. First, it must contain a complete and detailed description of the rules and procedures governing the contest or drawing. This includes the start and end dates, eligibility criteria, method of entry, how winners will be selected, and how and when prizes will be delivered. The rules must make clear that no purchase or payment is necessary to enter or win. For example, a developer offering a drawing for a free weekend stay at a model home must allow anyone to enter without buying a lot or signing a sales contract. The ADRE reviews these rules to ensure that participation is open and free of coercion or misleading conditions. Second, the subdivider must provide copies of all advertising and promotional materials related to the game of chance. This includes brochures, social media posts, flyers, scripts, and signage that will be used to promote the event. All advertisements must be truthful and must not mislead consumers into believing they are purchasing an opportunity for profit. For instance, an advertisement cannot use language like "invest now for your chance to win big," or "buy a home, win a car," as such statements combine the purchase of property with the chance to win a prize, violating ARS Section 13-3301. The ADRE must approve these materials to ensure full compliance before the subdivider launches the promotion. Third, the subdivider must provide a sample of all entry forms, tickets, or other participation documents to the ADRE. These materials must state, in clear and conspicuous terms, that no purchase or payment is required to enter or win, and that buying property will not increase the participants' chances of winning. The entry materials must also identify the sponsor, typically the developer or subdivision entity, by name, and include contact information for inquiries. This ensures transparency and allows participants to understand who is conducting the promotion. Fourth, the subdivider must submit a sworn statement or affidavit, certifying that the promotion complies with all state and federal laws, including the prohibition of consideration as an entry condition. This affidavit must be signed by an authorized representative of the subdivider and included in the documentation provided to ADRE. The affidavit demonstrates the subdivider's acknowledgement of legal responsibility and awareness of the potential consequences for noncompliance, which include fines, license suspension, or revocation under ARS Section 32215-3B5 for dishonest or unlawful conduct. Finally, the subdivider must provide a copy of the ADRE-issued public report for the subdivision or development where the promotion will take place. The public report serves as a disclosure document that confirms the subdivision has been lawfully registered and approved for sale to the public. Without this report, the subdivider is prohibited from offering any property or promotional activity to consumers. By submitting the public report alongside the promotional materials, the subdivider affirms that the promotion is tied to a legitimate, approved development and not an unlicensed or speculative venture. A practical example of this process can be found in a Tucson developer's case reviewed by the ADRE. The developer proposed a promotional drawing for a free home improvement package to encourage visits to its model homes. The developer submitted detailed contest rules, advertising drafts, and entry forms to ADRE for pre-approval. The department required revisions to clarify that no purchase was necessary and that the promotion would not influence any purchase decision. Once the corrected materials were approved, the developer conducted the contest legally and without incident. This example demonstrates how transparency and prior ADRE review protect both the subdivider and the public. Failure to comply with these mandatory requirements can lead to severe consequences. If a subdivider conducts a promotional contest without ADRE approval or misrepresents the promotion in advertising, the department may revoke the subdivision's public report, issue civil penalties, or refer the matter for prosecution under Arizona's criminal gambling statutes. The goal of these laws is not to prevent creative marketing, but to ensure that promotional activities remain fair, lawful, and free from consumer deception. Review summary. Subdividers are the only real estate professionals in Arizona permitted to conduct promotional games of chance, and only under strict conditions defined by ARS Section 32-2183.01. They must submit a complete application to ADRE before conducting any contest or drawing, including a detailed description of rules, copies of advertisements, samples of entry forms, a sworn statement of legal compliance, and a copy of the current public report. All promotions must clearly state that no purchase or payment is required, and that participation is voluntary. The ADRE must review and approve all materials before the event begins. These requirements protect consumers from deceptive sales tactics and ensure transparency in promotional real estate advertising. Discussion. Why must a subdivider submit promotional contest materials to ADRE before conducting the event? Answer. Because under ARS Section 32-2183.01, the department must review and approve the contest to ensure compliance with state laws and to prevent illegal gambling or misleading advertising. What key phrase must appear on all entry forms for a lawful promotional contest? Answer. The phrase, "no purchase necessary to enter or win," must appear clearly to comply with Arizona's prohibition on lotteries and consideration-based games. Why is the public report required as part of the subdivider's submission? Answer. Because it verifies that the subdivision has been lawfully approved for sale to the public, ensuring that the promotion is tied to a legitimate and registered development. Closing remarks. The ADRE's oversight of promotional games of chance reflects Arizona's commitment to protecting consumers and maintaining integrity within the real estate industry. Subdividers who follow the proper procedures demonstrate professionalism, transparency, and respect for the law. Conducting any contest or drawing without ADRE authorization risks not only disciplinary action, but also public trust. The safest and most ethical approach is to ensure that every promotion is reviewed, documented, and free from misleading elements of chance or payment. Honest marketing is not only a legal requirement, it is the foundation of credibility in Arizona real estate.